All right, so Epi's ready, everyone. We're talking veteran fencing world championships, where, let's be honest, age is just a number.
It really is incredible, the level of skill and dedication on display at these events.
It's not just a hobby for these athletes, is it?
Not at all. You're talking years, decades even, of training and honing their craft.
We're going deep on Team USA's performance this year using a recent article from usafencing.org. Chris Matt, for example, finally snagged gold in the Vet 60 men's Saber.
A long time coming for him.
That's the Veteran Fencing World Championships, for anyone just joining us. And the women's Saber team, another win this year. Could they be on track for a dynasty?
Back-to-back titles. They're definitely in the running.
What I find amazing about Matt's win is it took 6 trips to the Vet Worlds to reach the top spot. 6.
You have to wonder what kept him coming back year after year. What pushed him through all those obstacles?
It's pretty inspiring.
Absolutely. The dedication it takes is something we could all learn from.
Speaking of dedication, the article mentioned he even had motivational cards in his locker to keep his goals front and center.
I love that. It shows that even world champions need a little boost sometimes. It's something we can all relate to, right?
Absolutely. But this isn't just a story about individual grit. It also highlights how unique the team selection process is in fencing.
Right. It's not your typical pre-selected team situation.
So how does it work?
Fencers actually earn their spots on the team based on their individual performance at the championships themselves.
Wow, so it's like a tournament within a tournament.
Exactly. Can you imagine the pressure? You're not just fencing for yourself, you're also fighting for the chance to compete alongside your teammates on the world stage.
That's intense.
It adds a whole other layer of strategy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And I imagine maybe a bit of friendly rivalry, too.
High stakes for sure. And this system actually played a big role in Matt's story this year, right?
Right. In the past, finishing third or fourth among his U.S. teammates meant he didn't make the cut for the team event.
But this time.
This time, that individual gold secured his place on the team.
It really makes you think about the balance between individual ambition and team synergy.
It's true. You're striving for your own personal best, but ultimately, you're also working toward a common goal.
Working together to represent your country.
Exactly. And what a feeling that must be. Speaking of teams, Chris Matt's individual victory this year earned him a spot on the team, unlike in previous years. This time, he got to experience the thrill of victory alongside the incredible women's Saber team, who are quickly becoming a dynasty. A dynasty, you say. 2 back-to-back gold medals at this level is no easy feat. What do you think contributes to that kind of dominance? In fencing, specifically.
It's got to be experience, right? But this article about Team USA also mentioned new talent coming up, like Jeanette Starks-Faulkner.
What an amazing fencer.
She won gold in the individual Saber event.
And
then helped the team win another gold. I also heard she has titles in foil.
Now that's impressive. Being that versatile shows a real understanding of the sport. A well-rounded skill set. It also makes you think about the state of U.S. fencing as a whole. It's more than just luck when athletes excel in different categories like this.
For sure, it shows a real depth of talent.
It all points to a strong foundation within the sport itself.
Yeah, and speaking of strong, Linda Dunn. This was her last Vet Worlds, according to the article, before retirement, and she won her first ever Vet Worlds medal.
Wow. What a way to go out on top.
Can you imagine?
Standing on that podium after all these years, knowing it's your last time.
With your teammates, too.
It gives me chills just thinking about it.
It really shows the power of, teamwork.
And camaraderie.
Oh, and speaking of high-pressure situations, did you see who the closer was for the team?
Who was it?
Starks-Faulkner. With the score tied 20-20. Imagine the nerves. I don't think I could handle it.
In that moment, it's not just your country's expectations, but also your teammates. They've trained so hard alongside you. It's a lot to carry.
A lot of pressure. She really delivered. And then there's also Matt's win. Runyon, Thornton, Phillips. It's pretty impressive.
It's important to remember those wins, too.
Joshua Runyon won gold back in 2019 in the Vet 60 men's Saber, and this year he got bronze.
A consistent performance from him.
Then there's Ron Thornton and Kim Phillips.
They both earned bronze, right?
Yep. In the Vet 50 men's Saber, the first U.S. medals in that category for 2 years.
That's significant. It shows that this success isn't a one-time thing limited to just one age group or weapon. It's really exciting for the future of U.S. fencing.
It really is. So exciting. But you know what I find most captivating about all of this? It's not just about medals or rankings, but the human element behind the achievements.
It's the journey, not
Well,
just the destination.
exactly. These athletes have dedicated years to their craft.
All the setbacks, the triumphs, the friendships they've made along the way.
It makes you wonder what motivates them, what keeps them going. It makes you think, what is it about fencing that makes people so dedicated?
It's a fascinating sport, isn't it?
Like maybe it's the mix of physical skill and strategy.
It's almost like physical chess.
Right, you need that mental edge.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the camaraderie,
Yeah.
the shared pursuit of excellence.
So many factors. What do you think these wins mean for the future of U.S. fencing, though? Are we going to see more young people inspired by these athletes?
It's hard to say for sure, but these wins definitely put fencing in the spotlight, show it to a wider audience. And you're right, seeing these veteran athletes defying expectations,
It's pretty inspiring.
it can be incredibly motivating for young athletes, for everyone, really. Because if they can achieve this level of success, why not me?
It challenges how we think about age
Mm.
and athletic achievement. It proves that passion and dedication can really last a lifetime.
That's a powerful message, and maybe that's the most important thing we take away from all of this. It's never too late to pursue your passions, to test your limits, you know, to see what you're truly capable of.
I like that. So to everyone listening, what's your fencing card in the locker? What's that goal, that dream you're working towards? What can you learn from these incredible athletes? They're proving that age is just a number.
It's been great diving deep with you today. Until next time, keep exploring, keep striving, and as they say in fencing,